Okay, so this is one of our nodes here, and our node here. This is Jorah. Say
Yeah,
hi.
hello.
Hitesh, Sean, Dustin, and Roy. Okay, and this is our.
No
Oh, what the
two.
hell?
I cleared it. I cleared the
IP, please.
IPA.
Okay. IP, and then
This is
this
our
is our
cluster.
where we're managing
This is our
our
cluster.
Proxmox cluster.
We got host 1, host 2, host 3. We have our Ceph monitor working on healthy and everything.
13. That's it.
Yeah.
So this is what our Proxmox console look like. Currently we are running 3 hosts, so 3 physical nodes. Each of them have their own virtual machines, and we're using Ceph to monitor them. And we have OSDs that are acting as a distributed storage in case of failover. And within these 3 nodes, we have high availability and redundancy. So just in case one node fails, one of our virtual machines will move over to the next available node. So for the first part of this project, we're essentially just going to be showcasing the Proxmox console. We're going to be showing the nodes here, as you can see, how you can see the monitor, how you can see the status, and how you can see who's part of a specific group, who's part of the high availability. We're just going to be going around this browser showing the IP addresses of the nodes there. Our OSD here, the distributed storage that we've partitioned in the beginning of this lab so that we have enough room. And you can also see here that we have, again, 3 virtual machines that are all running in 3 different nodes. In this virtual machine, we actually have a Docker container running, and all 3 virtual machines are part of the swarm. Currently, right now, virtual machine 101 is the swarm manager, and the other virtual machines are the Docker nodes. And what we're going to demonstrate later is that we are running OwnCloud as a Docker container. We're going to shut down one of the nodes, and we will see the node or the virtual machine actually move over to the next available node, and we will still be able to access our own cloud server, our Docker container, from there. So yeah, here we're just shutting down host 1, and we're just gonna quickly fast forward this because it did take a while, maybe about close to a minute for host 1 to actually shut down. As you can see there now, host 1 is completely disconnected, and what we're going to see here in about a few seconds is that the virtual machine that host 1 currently has should fail over to the next available node, which is host 2. Again, this kind of just took a while, so we're gonna fast forward the simulation here, the failover. Again, if we look at the Ceph monitor from host 2, we should see that host 1 is completely dead. But if we go back to host 1, we can't see it because it's shut down. So we saw that connection error there. And now if we look at it from the perspective of host 2 again, that virtual machine from host 1 earlier has now moved over to host 2. And from this virtual machine, we're actually going to try turning it on. So as you saw there, it did take a few seconds for it to actually go active. And if we look at here, it's up and running, and now we're going to console in the virtual machine, and we're going to try logging in. Okay, now that we've logged into the virtual machine, we're just going to quickly double check our containers. Okay, our own cloud container is still running, so it's it's ready to go, and we're gonna quickly check our swarm. Our swarm isn't affected at all because the virtual machine, which was the manager, has switched over to a different node. And now we're going to open up a web browser here, an incognito tab, and we're going to connect to our own cloud server. And from here, we should still be able to, even though it was created on host 1 specifically, and we log in, as you can see, we can still access our files and seamless failover.